what you were told about China visas last fall. If we haven't met yet, I'm the digital avatar of Alex Selivanov from Visa Center, while my team helps clients navigate China visa applications and changing consular rules. I'm here to explain what's really happening, clearly, accurately, and up to date. In late November, a business owner called our office in a panic. He needed to travel to China urgently. He told us, "I've been told it's impossible now. Everyone must go in person, fingerprints only, no exceptions." He was ready to cancel his trip, and at that moment, he wasn't wrong. On November 1st, the Chinese embassy introduced a sudden rule change that caught almost everyone off guard. Proxy submissions were canceled. Overnight, the familiar system disappeared. No agents submitting on your behalf, no mailing passports, no dropping documents off and letting professionals handle the process. Everyone had to appear personally, and fingerprinting became mandatory for all applicants. For some people, this was inconvenient but manageable. For many others, it was a real problem. We had a retired couple from Manitoba who contacted us shortly after. To give fingerprints, they would have needed to fly to Toronto, book a hotel, and spend several days just to complete one step of the visa process. When they added up the costs and stress, they simply said, "Let's postpone China." And that's exactly what happened to many travelers. Plans were quietly canceled, not because people didn't want to go, but because the process suddenly became too heavy. December was the worst period. Panic spread fast. Facebook groups, online forums, and even some agencies were confidently telling people that this was permanent. Proxy submissions are dead. No appearance visas are gone. This is the new reality. That kind of information sticks. It gets shared, screenshot, and repeated. But here's something most people don't understand about consular systems. Silence does not mean permanence. Then, on January 1st, something unexpected happened. Without announcements, without headlines, the decision was quietly reversed. The Chinese embassy reinstated the previous system and officially extended it all the way until December 31st, 2026. Proxy submissions were back, not as a trial, not for a month, but for a year. The people who were absolutely certain in November were suddenly wrong. That same business owner I mentioned earlier didn't panic, he waited. In January, he applied under the restored rules. There was no consulate visit, no fingerprinting. He received a double-entry visa and went on his trip as planned. Timing, in this case, mattered more than fear. So let me be very clear about how things work today for Canadian citizens and Canadian permanent residents. There are now two legal and active ways to apply for a China visa. The first option is the standard service, and it remains the most common choice. Under this option, our professional service fee at Visa Center is $210 Canadian dollars, regardless of visa type. We help complete the application form correctly, review all documents and photos, and guide the applicant step by step through the process. This dramatically reduces mistakes and delays. However, this option has one strict condition. The applicant must personally attend the Chinese consulate or designated visa center for fingerprinting. There are no exceptions. Consular fees are paid separately and depend on the visa type and processing speed. Processing time is usually 7 to 10 calendar days, depending on the consulate's workload. This option works well for people who live nearby and don't mind appearing in person. The second option is the no appearance service, the one that disappeared in November and came back in January. Under this option, there is no visit to the consulate. There is no fingerprinting. The applicant simply brings or mails their passport and documents to our office. In return, they receive a double-entry visa valid for up to 180 days. The total cost is $550 Canadian, and that price includes both the consular fees and our full professional service. Processing times are similar to standard applications and depend on consular approval. One of our senior clients put it very simply. He said, "At my age, standing in lines is not travel, it's punishment." For people who value time, comfort, and predictability, this option exists for a reason. Here's the real lesson in all of this. China visa rules are not static. They are policy-driven, experimental, and reversible. If you rely on old blog posts, Reddit threads, or someone else's experience from a few months ago, you risk applying under rules that no longer exist. As of now, the restored system is officially valid until December 31st, 2026. That's the reality, regardless of what outdated posts still say online. If you want to start correctly, not guess, there are two clear paths. For standard processing, you can begin by filling out our secure online form at china.visacenter.ca/eform, and our team will guide you from there. For the no appearance, Dufferin Street, Unit 6 in Toronto. China didn't just change the visa rules, they tested them, reversed them, and then locked the system in place until 2026. Make sure your application follows today's rules, not last autumn's rumors. If you find this video useful, put like and subscribe to the channel.